सबको सादर नमस्ते। Today is today is Monday, October 28th, 2024. We will now start our session on Sandhya Upasana and Mantra Swadhyaya. आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है जो हमारे साथ जूम के माध्यम से जुड़े हैं या फिर हमारे साथ सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हुए हैं। हमारे आज के स्पीकर हैं आचार्य वरुण देव जी फ्रॉम सियाटल, आर्य समाज सियाटल। नमस्ते आचार्य जी, आपका स्वागत है संध्या उपासना में।
नमस्ते जी।
नमस्ते जी।
आइए हम सभी मिलकर ईश्वर की शरण में जाकर उस परब्रह्म परमेश्वर सर्वव्यापक प्रभु की शरणागत होकर अपने भीतर के सभी दुख, सभी द्वंद्व एवं अनिर्वचनीय सुख का अनुभव करने का प्रयास करेंगे। मन को सभी बाह्य सांसारिक विषयों से पृथक कर लीजिए। स्वयं को एक दृष्टा के रूप में, स्वभाव में प्रतिष्ठित कर लीजिए। इंद्रियों के माध्यम से होने वाली सभी गतिविधियां रोक दीजिए। नेत्रों को बंद ही रखें। एक स्थिर सुखपूर्वक आसन को ग्रहण करें एवं अपनी चेतना को, अवेयरनेस को हृदय में अथवा कंठ में अथवा दोनों भवों के मध्य में केंद्रित करें। मन को सभी विषयों से खींचकर केवल मात्र एक ईश्वर पर एकाग्र कर दें। यहीं से संध्या ईश्वर का ध्यान आरंभ होता है। अथ ब्रह्म यज्ञः। 3 बार लंबा गहरा श्वास लेकर ओम की ध्वनि का उच्चारण करेंगे। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। ॐ वाक् वाक्, ॐ प्राणः प्राणः, ॐ चक्षुश्चक्षुः, ॐ श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम्, ॐ नाभिः, ॐ हृदयम्, ॐ कण्ठः, ॐ शिरः, ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम्, ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे, ॐ भूः पुनातु शिरसि, ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः, ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे, ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम् ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयोः ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि ॐ खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् ॐ ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिद्धात्तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्र्यजायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः ॐ समुद्रादर्णवादधी संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी ॐ सूर्याचन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत् दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो स्वः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः ॐ प्राचीदिगग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं भोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरश्चिराजि रक्षिता पितर ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ प्रतीचीदिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीदाकुरक्षितान्नमीषावः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ उदीचीदिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माषग्रीवो रक्षिता वीरुध ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः नमयेभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिक्तिहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमीषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नमयेभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दध्मः ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परिस्वाह पश्यन्त उत्तरं देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तस्थुषश्च स्वाहा ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्ताच्छुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदाः शतं जीवेम शरदाः शतं शृणुयाम शरदाः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदाः शतमदीनाः शरदाः शतं भूयश्च शरदाः शतात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेन्नः ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ शान्तिः 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 So today in our Mantra Swadhyaya series, we in the Aaryabhivinaya Granth, which is the devotional compilation of the Ved mantras by Maharshi Dayananda Ji, which is a guidelines a kind of instructions. How can we pray? How can we make our heart open to Parameshwar, and how to emerge or immerse in the ocean of devotion, in which as deep as we go inside the heart, more and more we find out that the Ishwar's grace, Parameshwar Kripa is surrounding us everywhere. His grace is illimitable and irresistible. When He wants to do something in our life, nothing can stop it. Only the divine prevails in the end. Satyameva jayate nandritam. We should have such absolute faith in our heart, in ourself. Only then we will be able to become true bhakt of Ishwar. So in our series today, in the last week, we covered 22nd mantra of Aaryabhivinaya Pratham Prakash. I will just take 2 minutes about the summary of this mantra, because before we go forward in our journey of understanding and getting connected with the mantras, we should never forget to revise the past, the previous milestone we have achieved. The same way, when we are walking on the spiritual path, we should be very attentive and vigilant and careful in our effort, so that whatever has been done in the past previously must become the stepping stone for the advanced march. So, just one clarity about this mantra. In this mantra, it is instruction from Ishwar to us that we should have those stable and firm weapons within our authority, so that the enemy who is haters of the divine, who is against the humanity, must dare not attack or even think about it. So we should never bring this thought in us that weapon is only for the violent actions. Everything in the world can be used for upakar, paropakar, and on the other side for the harmful actions. Whether it is medicine, whether it is knowledge, whether it is resources or energy or power, everything in this world can be used for both purposes. It's up to us in what attitude we are going to use the means of our actions, all these resources, whether for the welfare of all or for the destruction of all. So if people who have this clear understanding and firm belief in the humanity, in the manavata, only then for those people this mantra is, who can use those weapons for the benefits of all, for all the noble beings in the world. So now let's move to the next mantra, which is Stuti Vishaya mantra and 23rd mantra of Prathama Prakash. This mantra we have heard so many times in our life, and the meaning of the mantra is as deep as it is effective in our understanding, in our consciousness of intelligence. So the mantra is Stuti Vishay Vishnoh Karmani Pashyata Yato Vrataani Paspashe Indrasya Yujyah SAKHAA. This mantra is from Rigveda, first Ashtak, first Adhyay, first Varg, and mantra Sankhya is third. And we can also say it is from first Mandal, 22nd Sukta, and mantra Sankhya is 19. So first we will go to the word by word meaning of the mantra, then we will go to the Bhavarth, Vyakhyan given by Maharshi Dayanand Ji. Padarth is Vishnu. So as this word has come before also in a one mantra, Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryah. So Vishnu means Sarva Vyapak, omnipresent. That is the meaning of Vishnu. Because which is immanent in everything, that is called Vishnu. If someone is, we have to control something or move something, we have to move it with a particular type of energy. So in order to move everything in this world, in this universe, the omnipresent reality of Ishwar has to be understood deeply so that we don't get trapped into the superstitious beliefs. That is very important. If we have not understood this concept or this reality, conceptual reality, which helps us in order to experience Ishwar everywhere in the world, without that understanding, we will always have partial perception of the world. And that partial perception of this entire universe will not help us transcending our limits of consciousness. So, in order to break the limits of our consciousness, which is only trapped by the empirical framework of consciousness, only what we see, we covet. Whatever we feel through our senses, we start asking for that. Why? Because we are limited in our this cage of senses and mind. And in order to break this cage and go out of it, we have to first understand in our conceptions, in our perception, in our mind, the Swarup of Ishwar. Without understanding deeply the Swarup of Ishwar, we will not get the right experience or the right kind of path of yoga. So Vishnu, Sarva Vyapak, Jagat Pita, Paramatma, Karmani Pashyata. Look, behold the actions of Vishnu. That is the meaning. कर्मों को विष्णु कर्माणि कर्मों को पश्यत देखो. Behold, yato, जिससे, व्रतानि पस्पशे, व्रतानि अर्थात नियमों को, जिन व्रतों से, जिन नियमों से ईश्वर कर्मों को कर रहा है, उसको देखो, जिससे कि वह नियम हम मनुष्यों को भी प्राप्त हो जाएं. Then the second part of the mantra is Indrasya Yujyah Sakha. Indra is referred here for the Jivatma, for us, for the soul, for the individual soul. Why? What is the meaning? What is the derivation of Indrasya? Indra, this word Indra. We all know that these senses are given to us in order to use as the means of our actions and experiences of this outer world. For example, if Ishwar has created this ear, he had already created its tanmatra, shabd. If there is no its tanmatra, its object, shabd, there is no meaning of making it or creating it. If someone makes a mobile and there is no slot, SIM slot in the mobile cannot be used for communication. We cannot call. So the same way, if someone has made a TV and there is no screen on the TV, the purpose of TV is failed. If there are no tires in the car, purpose is failed. So whatever Ishwar has created before the final product is like, for example, this eye. If there is no Surya, there is no Prakash, we cannot see anything. Our retina can only make reflections when there is a light. There is always a reflection of light which we see through our eyes. So the same way, this whole universe, Ishwar has made for some particular purposes. And we are the Indra, because we are the master of these senses. That is why we are called Indra. The another name of Indra is also Paramatma's name, which is used in a different context. But here, Indra is used for Jivatma. So, इंद्रियों के स्वामी जीव का युज्यः means वही योग्य, सखा मित्र है. कौन? वह सर्वव्यापक विष्णु, वही एकमात्र, that is the only our true friend, our best friend, our best helper in our life. Why? This crude understanding of this world is based on the material objects only. We cannot see behind the material, this world made out of matter. If we are able to see beyond through our inner eyes, through the eyes of the mind, through the intuition, through our inner self, then we can see and we can feel that sense of gratitude in our heart that everything is made and created for the upkar of Jivatmas. So basically, in this mantra, we have to first understand the meaning, the intent of the mantra. And the intent of the mantra is, in order to Indrasya Yujyah Sakha is the second part of the mantra. Why? Because we can become only friend to someone if we know that person. Without that, we cannot become friend of anyone. So that is why in the first line of the mantra, first part of the mantra says that विष्णोः कर्माणि पश्यत. देखो उस विष्णु के कर्मों को देखो और उन कर्मों के नियमों को देखो और उनको धारण करो, उन नियमों का पालन करो. अब वो कौन से हैं ईश्वर के कर्म, इसको भी जानना. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, नो those actions of Ishwar. Somebody will say that, oh, Ishwar, why does he need to perform any action? He is all blissful, he is always in his supreme state of consciousness. Why does he need to do some work? Because our understanding is very based on the petty selfishness. We always think that somebody is intended to work if there is some desire behind the work. But this is a kind of limited phenomena we are applying on the transcendent Parameshwar. Parameshwar is continuously performing his cosmic actions in order to do paropakar on Jivatmas. And if he will not do that for a second, for the one fraction of the second, there will be no creation, there will be pralay. So, but he is not doing for his own sake, he is doing for the sake of the Jivatmas, for their kalyan, for their well-being. That we need to understand. He is our Pita, he is Maheshwar, he is Parameshwar, he is Sarvashresht, he is Prajapati, he is Ganapati, he is the master, ruler of all the subjects on this world. So he is not compelled to do anything, but he is doing out of karuna, out of that compassion for the Jivatmas, all these actions. And what are those actions? Those actions is the first, his primary action. We should understand that he is giving birth to this cosmos. He is the creator of this cosmos. And when we say this word creator, immediately there is this understanding, this perception comes in between that he is something out of this world. No, he is immanent in this world. He is immanent divine. He is inside everything in this universe, in every atom, in every fundamental particle. He is everywhere. The Ishwar is everywhere. That is why he can control this universe as he wants in a perfect way. So we have to understand this. The second, he is sustainer of the world. He is Palankarta. If some father and mother, they give birth to a child, it is their responsibility to take care of them. So the same way, if Ishwar has given us birth in this body, Atma is Ajar, Amar, but he has provided us, he has created this body, this universe for us, and he has provided us these means of actions, and this body is that means of action. So the janm of this sharir for the Atma he has done in order to enjoy this universe with the senses, and also to get liberated and then enjoy his utmost blissful state of consciousness, Vishnoh Paramam Padam. That mukti, that moksha. So that is his, he is the Palak, he is creator, and he is the Then Sangharak, he is also does apocalypse of this universe. For example, when this body is no more useful for the soul, soul leaves the body and takes another garb. The same way, when this earth will no more be as stronger and useful for the use, the God, the Ishwar will create another earth for the sake of Jivatmas. That is the continuous by flow, by cycle is going on. So he is the creator, sustainer, he is destroyer, and then he is Ved Jnana ka data. He is the giver of Vedic Veda knowledge, Ved Jnana. If he does not give that Ved knowledge in the beginning of the creation, the Manushya will never know how to use things, how to reach Parameshwar, which is the final destination, and we can say which is our goal, our aim of life, for which we have given birth. If in this life we have not experienced and realized Ishwar, one more life is wasted. So we have to understand this. Okay, we have given this life, but my final and my ultimate aim is to realize Ishwar. And also his action is that he is giving, he is Nyayakari, he is full of justice, he is giving the results of our actions, whatever we have done in the form of Pap and Punya, Shubh and Ashubh, he is giving us results of those in the form of Jati, Ayu and Bhog. So if we know Ishwar, VISHNO, KARMAANI, PASHYATA, if we behold his actions, we will never follow the unrighteous path, Preya path. We will always choose the Shreya path. And when we will be Anukarani, we will be following Ishwar, he will become naturally, automatically our Sakha, our friend. So now let's move to the Maharshi Dayanand's part, his Vyakhyan. हे जीवो, विष्णु व्यापकेश्वर, व्यापक ईश्वर के किए कर्माणि, जगत की उत्पत्ति, स्थिति, प्रलय आदि दिव्य कर्मों को पश्यत तुम देखो। प्रश्न, किस हेतु से हम लोग जाने कि यह व्यापक विष्णु के कर्म है? वो कौन सा कारण है जिससे हम जाने ये परमेश्वर के कर्म है? तो उत्तर में है यतो व्रतानि पस्पशे, जिससे हम जीव लोग ब्रह्मचर्य आदि व्रत तथा सत्य भाषण आदि व्रत और ईश्वर के नियमों का अनुष्ठान करने को सशरीरधारी होके समर्थ हुए हैं। यह काम उसी के सामर्थ्य से हैं। बिकॉज दैट ईश्वर के नियमों का अनुष्ठान इज टू फॉलो, टू परफॉर्म द एक्शंस अकॉर्डिंग टू द वेदानुकूल। क्योंकि इंद्रस्य युज्यः सखा, इंद्रियों के साथ वर्तमान कर्मों का कर्ता भोक्ता जो जीव, इसका वही एकमात्र मित्र है, योग्य मित्र है, अन्य कोई नहीं। क्योंकि ईश्वर जीव का अंतर्यामी है, उससे परे जीव का हितकारी कोई और नहीं हो सकता। क्यों नहीं हो सकता? बिकॉज ही इज इमिनेंट इन जीव। That is why most close to us is Ishwar. He is immanent in us. That is that beautiful mantra and Vyakhya from Maharshi Dayanand Ji. If somebody asks why this word, why this Sakha, this relationship is being established here in the mantra with Ishwar, because he is immanent, he is most close to us. That is why. इससे परमात्मा से सदा मित्रता रखनी चाहिए। Now let's go to the English one. O souls, observe the divine acts of the all-pervading Lord Vishnu, such as the creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe. Question: why should we recognize these as the acts of the all-pervading Vishnu? Answer is, because of him we, the living beings, souls, have been made capable, while embodied of undertaking vows like celibacy and truthfulness, and of following the laws of the Supreme Being. This is possible only through his power, For the soul who is the doer of actions, along with the senses and the experiences, experience of their result. The supreme omnipresent Lord Vishnu is the soul's only true friend, as no one else can be the soul's inner guide. Since no one but only Ishwar can be the soul's ultimate benefactor, we must always maintain sincere friendship with the Supreme Being. So that must be our attitude, that must be our perception, that Ishwar is only our true friend who never leaves us, who is immanent in ourselves, who is always with us. In just think about it, that Ishwar is everywhere and always looking at us, and he's always with us. Even this thought is soothing us in all the difficult times. So we should have such kind of understanding of the Veda mantras, and also with that mantra, the meaning of the mantras, we should have that bhava with the mantra, so that we get connected to Ishwar through many ways. And when we are get connected to Ishwar, the bhav will be automatically will arise in our heart, and more we will feel closeness to the divine. That is the purpose of these mantras, to be connected, to feel his presence, and to realize Ishwar in our life. Thank you for listening to me. Now we will do Shanti part, and then if you have any question, you may ask after the Shanti part. Dhanyavad. Om Dyahu Shantirantarikshaṁ Shantiः Prithvi Shantirapah Shantiro Swadhyaya Shantiः Vanaspatayah Shantirvishve Devah Shantirbrahma Shantiः Sarvam Shantiः Shantireva Shantiः Sama शांतिरेधि ओम शांति शांति शांति। सबको सादर